Okay, this is the final video for the Hsing I 5-element hand details. This is Heng Ch'uan, this is the fifth one. Heng Ch'uan is the earth element and it's crossing. It again uses the Phoenix Eye fist. This is kind of a lower oriented element here. The footwork, again, we're leaving that out. We're just going to use some body turn. But there's actually two ways to do this with the body turn, so I'm going to cover both. The element will begin by bringing the hands together. Now, I'm bringing my right hand underneath the left, wrists almost touching, and that's a capturing move. What I'm going to then do is turn and rotate the right hand, that's the one that's on the inside, turn and rotate it palm up so that the palms are facing opposite directions. And then I'm rotating the body to the right and splitting, and I'm opening the upper gate to do that. So the left hand is pulling back and the right hand is swinging, and it's kind of an arc. It's not going straight out, it's a bit of an arc following the turn of the body. So that way. And then from there, I'm going to turn it over, bring the wrists close together. Now I'll turn the left hand, palm up, and rotate the body with an arc there. You want to feel like there's an even split of energy in both hands. You don't want to feel like it's all one hand doing everything and this hand's just hanging out. That's not the feeling we want. We want a feeling of pulling something apart with both hands here. And it only looks like this hand isn't moving so much because I'm actually turning the body as I'm pulling. But if I were to not turn the body, the motion would be something like this. But of course, we're turning the body, so it looks like that's kind of stationary. All right, so we're back, and then split, and then back, and then split. Okay, so that's actually crossing fist, Heng Ch'uan. The alternative, and this has really more to do with how you're timing this with the footwork, is to do the opposite rotation of the body. So I'm going to cross in here, but instead of turning to the right as I extend out the right, I'm going to turn to the left as I extend out the right. And that's going to create a little bit more of a straight line down the center rather than an arc going off at the angle. And that's this way. Okay? And then you cross, and now I'm going to turn the left hand under, or turn it over, and then turn to my right as I extend the left. Okay? So that's there and there. And you can see this comes down more the center line, okay? And this would be like a reverse footwork kind of thing, but we're not doing the footwork, we're just hands. But that does affect, the footwork affects which way you turn your waist. So the two methods, once again, are turn the same way as the extending hand, or turn the opposite way of the extending hand. So I'm extending my right hand, I'm turning to the left, extend the left hand and turn to the right. So that's Heng Ch'uan. So these, again, with all of these, there's a little bit of body turn. There's body turn in Pi Chuan a little bit, there's body turn in the Suan Chuan, there's body turn in the Bong Chuan here, there's body turn in Pao Chuan, and also with Heng Ch'uan. So you want to make sure that if your feet are stationary, you're not over rotating to get your knees out of alignment. You need to keep your knees pointing the same direction as your toes. So keep your knees a little bit bent, and they can go forward and back, but not side to side. Make sure that you're being really careful about that. So the body turn may be a little bit less pronounced than when you're actually doing the step, because the step is going to allow you to turn your waist more and keep your knees aligned, because you've got an angle here in your feet. So just bear that in mind, and make sure that you're protecting your knees. It's the last thing you want to do is injure your knees while doing a hands exercise. So that's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, all right, so there's all five, and I hope that's helpful. I'm going to do a series on all the different steps that are involved in these five elements, but that's in the future. So until then.